Joining me now for more on this is Centre of the American Experiment President John Hinderaker. John, welcome. It would seem that finally there are repercussions for this DEI business, and you'd have to say that's a good thing. One wonders whether this will send shockwaves through the media and other parts of the commercial world, saying there is repercussions, or there are, I should say, repercussions for this kind of thing.
Yes, well, the entertainment industry is right up there with academia as the two wokest industries in the United States. And what is going on here is that the U.S. Supreme Court in the Harvard and North Carolina education cases clearly held that race discrimination is illegal. And what people like CBS have believed is that it's bad to discriminate against some races, but it's okay to discriminate against others. And the Supreme Court said, no, it's illegal. And so we're seeing a lot of this kind of thing. And as part of the settlement, CBS and Paramount have agreed to step back from some of the DEI policies that they have been engaging in.
Well, I won't be crying about that, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people might be lining up for a few more cases like this. Get the popcorn ready. Now, during the week, Trump seemed to open the door to the idea of giving out a baby bonus. The White House has been looking into this idea of giving mothers $5,000 cash in hand for having a baby. And we did it here in Australia under John Howard as Prime Minister and Peter Costello as Treasurer. The famous cry was one for mum, one for dad, one for the country. So Trump says maybe it's worth doing in the US. I mean, the fertility rate is through the floor like it is across the Western world, which means you have to rely on immigrants to grow the population. So more American babies is a good thing, except if you ask the brainiac women on The View, they say it's more white babies Trump wants.
When I look at something like this, these proposals, I want to know why, and I want to know who's making them. And so when I looked into that, they're saying that the U.S. birth rate is declining. However, in 2024, there was a 1% increase in U.S. births. But that increase was with Hispanic mothers and Asian mothers. So they don't seem to be concerned about that increase. They seem to be more concerned about a decrease in other populations.
Say it.
No, I think I've said enough.
It's not based on that.
And so, well, it's just based on a study. And so the other thing
but
I will.
Have they said that anywhere? I mean, I feel like
yeah,
it should be fair.
It's just
fair to hope.
It's just a.
Have they said that this is to target only white families?
Oh, I didn't say that.
You
I
have
just
to
read between the lines. I just gave the stats.
They're not going to say it.
There you go, John. Americans having children is white supremacy.
Well, first of all, The View is just awful. They should show a warning at the beginning of every show saying this program may be hazardous to your IQ. I mean, it is just unbelievably dumb. You know, poor Donald Trump, somebody shouted a question to him about the government maybe doing something to encourage people to have more children. And Trump said, sounds like a good idea to me. That's it. You know, there's nothing in there about race, you know, and so the people on The View, like liberals everywhere across America, they want to make everything about race, and it doesn't make any sense at all.